Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what the fuck we're doing?
Well, we just finished with Ecclesiastes.
We did.
Yep, and so that means that we are in our special episodes today, the first of which is...
Okay, stop for a second.
I'm stopping.
Okay, here's the thing. I had some things to say about chapters 11 and 12.
Okay.
Each.
Okay.
Before we actually do the wrap-up.
Oh, okay.
Because normally we would have done a Q&A, and those two chapters would have been in a Saturday.
In a standalone
Q&A Saturday.
Right. Yeah.
But it's not Saturday because we're in the middle of the week.
Sure.
And we didn't finish this in time the right way.
So are we doing a Q&A today?
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of like mash it all up, and I've also got this pop quiz that this time I took, so I know that it works. I know how to get the answers, and it's fewer than 15 questions.
Wow, wife has got her shit together today.
I have my shit together.
That's great.
Not for a good intro.
Right.
So this intro is trash.
Yeah, totally.
But yes, the material itself when we get into the episode.
Okay.
Yes. So this was an intro.
This was an intro.
It was.
Let's go get to the other bit.
The meat.
Okay.
This was the taters. Let's do the meat.
On to it then.
Okay, so let us go over Ecclesiastes chapter 11 right quick.
Okay, let's do that.
So this chapter and the next, so 11 and 12, are characterized by the encouragement to make decisions and the need to act speedily. So with haste.
Yeah, before you get too old and decrepit.
Go quick. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Also, chapter 11 was the shortest chapter of Ecclesiastes, FYI.
Okay.
It had the least number of verses. None of them were too hatefully long, though, so who cares?
Yeah.
Okay. Verse 1 says, "Cast your bread upon the waters, for you will find it after many days." Okay? Do you recall that at all?
Not off the top of my head.
Me neither.
But you just said it, so now I recall it.
Same. Okay. Well, this verse seems to have a parallel in an Egyptian wisdom text where the good deed thrown in the water is later recovered when dry.
Oh, okay.
But you know what it reminded me of?
What's that?
A song.
Of course it did.
It reminded me of a song from the 1977 version of Pete's Dragon, not the newer one, which was kind of cute, but not anywhere near as great as the original.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah.
The song Candle on the Water. Do you remember that? Okay, let me just paint the scene for you.
Just for the record, the answer was no, I don't remember that.
I know.
You didn't let me say that, but I don't recall
right on
that.
ahead. Yeah. Okay, so Nora is missing her husband Paul, who's been gone for like almost a year, lost at sea. Okay? And her drunk ass piece of shit father, Lampy, comes up and tells her, "You need to stop pining over this guy and just get over it and move on." And she's like, so then he's like, "Oh, sorry, that was shitty of me." And she's like, so anyway, he goes to bed because he's drunk ass, right?
Of course.
So anyway, so then she stands there on the lighthouse and sings this beautiful song, one of the verses of which goes like this. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful song. Can't do it justice. It's one of my favorite Disney songs ever.
Yeah.
Okay? She goes, "I'll be your candle on the water. This flame inside of me will grow. Keep holding on, you'll make it. Here's my hand, so take it. Look for me, reaching out to show. As sure as rivers flow, I'll never let you go." Or something to that effect. And it's so beautiful. Okay.
I see.
And then so I did a little bit of research on that. Mm-hmm. And yes, indeed, it was written, not specifically with this Ecclesiastes verse in mind, although that is what it reminded me of. But the whole song has religious symbolism in it, even though it's not a religious movie.
Got it.
So I just want to take a second to even step further back away from what we're actually here to do and talk about the fact that they did religious stuff in a Disney movie, and yet the right is always like, oh, they're so, woke. Fucking Disney is so goddamn woke, those wokies, just because they like have a gay day once a year.
Well, I'm sorry, but, McCarthy just got ousted from his speakership, and he's like as right-wing as it gets. Mm-hmm. So I don't think they can, there is no like,
they just don't even
top tier of unwokeness here. They keep one-upping themselves and getting shittier and shittier.
They don't know what they stand for. They're just like, fuck the libs.
They don't stand for anything.
No,
they stand against everything.
They stand against the libs.
Everything.
And that is literally,
right. Yeah,
be nice, fuck you and die, and I will make it painful too. And cruel, because why not? Yeah. So I wanted to say my little jab about Disney. It's not that I'm like anti-Disney, but come on, a woke company, get the fuck out of here with that. Okay?
Right.
I mean, they're a business, and sometimes they do things that are woke-ish for the money, and sometimes they do things that are like right-leaning because they a company and capitalism and gimme that dollar,
Right.
Okay. So that's all. Anyway, that song is beautiful, and that is what that verse reminded me of, that apparently is also from a similar source as an Egyptian text.
Got it.
Okay?
Yes.
See? Brought it back around.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right.
Okay? So, what else did I want to say? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that was it for chapter 11. Okay?
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah.
You done with chapter 11?
Sure. Pete's Dragon. Got it.
Yes, Pete's Dragon. Chapter 11, Pete's Dragon. Go. Okay? So let's move on to chapter 12. Okay, this chapter continues the previous one in the sustained encouragement to make a decision quickly and the need to act with haste. Speed it up, mister.
Right.
Make your decisions.
Yeah.
Okay?
About God. Specifically.
Or whatever.
Right.
Whatever.
Right, yeah.
Now, I did find something that was really interesting about chapter 12 that bears me slowing it down a minute.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how chapter 12, that was the last one of the book, and we were like, that is so beautiful, the imagery, and it was like, the grasshopper was dragging ass and things slowing down, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit, and then I'm going to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
While the sun and the light, the moon and the stars are not darkened, and the clouds do not return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house tremble, and the strong men bow down, when the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look through the windows grow dim, when the doors are shut in the streets and the sound of grinding is low, when one rises up at the sound of a bird and all the daughters of music are brought low. Also they are afraid of height and of terrors in the way. When the almond tree blossoms, the grasshopper is a burden and desire fails. For man goes to his eternal home, and the mourners go about the streets.
Okay.
Do you recall?
I do, yeah.
It was just so great.
Yeah.
And we wondered what grinders were.
We did.
And what they were grinding. And I was like, are they grinding like weed or something? And you're like, I don't know. Look it up. Well, I didn't even have to, because I just found this thing that was like, oh, duh. Like, we're so thick.
Okay.
That whole section was symbolism, which I will break down.
Okay.
For a person aging. Okay.
Well, that occurred to me later on in the chapter. So
it makes sense
right.
overall that it's about aging. But let me draw your attention to specific things.
Okay.
Okay. So the arms and hands that keep the body now begin to tremble. Like as you get older, your body starts to tremble. That's the keepers of the house, your arms and hands.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And strong men bow down. That's your knees and legs are beginning to sag, right? You're starting to hang low, right?
Sure, yeah.
The grinders, teeth are lost and chewing is more difficult. The grinders are your teeth.
I see.
Okay, the windows grow dim. Those are your eyes.
Oh, okay.
The ears, when further the grinding is low, the ears become weaker and weaker the more that your teeth
Well,
You know,
I mean, it's even more beautiful now that I
right?
know this.
Right?
That's actually pretty cool.
And one rises up at the sound of a bird because it's more difficult to sleep the older you get. Right. And the daughters of music are brought low. Singing and music are less appreciated because you can't hear it. You can't dance to the music. And you're like, what's with this newfangled rap stuff? You know, fucking kids today. Music back in my day.
Why do they listen to that Canaanite bullshit?
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, I was looking up songs. This particular song from the 80s, Seasons Change by not In Vogue, the other one. Expose.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, they both start with E.
They did. Yeah, I got them confused a lot when I was younger too.
Did you really?
I did.
Oh my god.
Because they started with E.
Yeah,
and like,
exactly.
I mean, but I didn't get them confused with Enya at all.
No, not at all.
That one I had no problem.
She was more 90s, not early 80s.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Early 90s, I think.
Got it.
Like late 80s, early 90s, maybe. I could be wrong.
I have no idea.
That feels right. That
Sure.
feels so right. These girl bands, they both started with an E. They both had like 3 or 4 singers to them. Okay, so I was specifically looking up Seasons Change by Expose. One of my favorite songs ever. And the comments were just adrift with motherfuckers going, music back in the 80s was just so it. And music today can't hold a candle. And times were different then. So much more fun and vibrant. Everything was so much. I was like, okay, hold on a sec.
Right.
I love me some 80s music and I love me some 80s nostalgia.
Yeah.
You know, but it was not quote unquote all better than the good old halcyon days of yore from my youth. And today is just shit. I'm like, stop.
No, our kid listens to some great music.
Oh my God, right? It's like the normal masses of people, like your everyday Joe, they're like, nope, music was only good when I lived in my teens. And then no new music came after that. And I'm like, do you think that you're the first person that ever experienced that?
I think a lot of people stop listening to music when they get older.
Yeah.
And they stop at that last decade that they listened to music in, you know, and that's it.
And it just, because I came to listening to music so late in my life, having grown up overseas and not really had exposure a lot. Like, I mean,
you guys were always like 2 or 3 years behind the tide anyway, right?
Yeah, well, not that far back. We were about 6 months to a year behind, and it was more difficult to get our hands on stuff. We only had one radio station, and it was, you know, put out through the base.
Because in case we haven't said it recently, wife grew up in Italy on a military base.
A very tiny, obscure military base that no longer exists.
Right, to the dismay of wife.
Yes, very much so. Like, I can never go home again. You know, they say it, but for me, it's actually true.
Right.
And I lived there about 10 years if you take all of my dad's separate tours and add them up together.
Yeah.
Because he got stationed there 3 separate times. And I went to school there through 10th grade. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
I think there were only 2 grades that I didn't go to school there. And those were both elementary that I can barely remember. The only thing I remember is my school that no longer exists.
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, I, more than many, have great reason to hold great nostalgia for the 80s. You know, that was the time of my life, not because of the 80s themselves, but because of where I was and it being such a special, weird time and place that is just not the normal American upbringing.
And to be honest with everybody, you do hold quite a bit of nostalgia for the 80s.
I do. But to sit there and say the 80s was it, nothing good happened, I'm like, okay, but did you even hear Nirvana? Like, that was all 90s, you dum-dums.
Right.
And everything, like, okay, I can't think of music right now because, you know, when you try to think of something, suddenly you've never heard of a song ever.
Well, I mean, in the 90s, you had Bush, you had Candlebox, you had...
Oh, my God,
you know,
Green
Day, you had...
and let's not even get into, like, that's when, like, women's rock really came, like, the whole Lilith Fair thing. Sure. Like, fucking Alanis Morissette and No Doubt and, like, all that.
One of my favorite bands was Veruca Salt.
Oh, Veruca Salt.
They're good.
See? So I'm just saying, like... The 90s were pretty good too. And I mean, the 2000s had some great stuff.
Yeah.
It was different. It wasn't the same. They stood on the shoulders of giants, as does each generation.
Sure.
You know, I don't get it. Like, how do you be so immature as to say only my decade of teenagerhood, nothing good ever came after.
Because they don't listen to anything.
Well,
they don't give anything a shot.
They're missing out. And that's, you know what? You and Kid listen to a lot of good stuff. Mm-hmm. And I don't like all of the stuff that you listen to, but I try it and I like a lot of it.
Right.
I don't like all of it. And not all of it is to my taste. It's just not my style.
Not a fan of Modest Mouse, for example.
I fucking hate Modest Mouse. And I'm sure I'm going to get razzed by our Patreon members here because I'm sure at least one of you is like an avid fan.
Well, I am.
I know you are. That's why you said it. But I can't with Modest Mouse. They're too messy. Their music is just, it's too much of a unorganized cacophony.
That's what I love about it.
I know, but that's why you like jazz and I don't.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense that you would like them.
Sure.
And it makes sense that I wouldn't.
Right.
So, I don't know. I don't know where I was trying to go with that. But
I
don't
either. That was a long
It was a rant about the
trip
80s.
Somewhere.
It was about music. And the Daughters of Music brought low, and that's because singing and dancing is harder because you don't appreciate it as much.
Yeah.
Because you old.
Right.
You so old.
Yes.
Okay. And another one was that afraid of height and terror's in the way, because the older you get, the more conservative you get. You're scareder of things.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to climb a whole lot of ladders anymore.
No.
But I did when I was younger.
You sure as fuck did.
I mean,
yeah. And the almond tree blossoms, that has to do with your hair turning white as you get older.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And the grasshopper is a burden. You know, the grasshopper is renowned for being like very busy and active.
Yeah.
The older that you get, the less active you are because your body is weak and worn out.
Sure.
So I thought that made, like you said, it made that section even more beautiful.
Yeah, no, I really like that.
Because we already had the idea that it was about slowing down in death, but to have it like broken down like this, I'm not really great with symbolism.
Right.
All right. So that was chapter 12. And I just felt like it was really important to summarize a little bit chapters 11 and 12. Pete's Dragon and 80s music, you know?
Yeah.
What you going to do?
Right.
So now we can move on to like an overall, and we answered a Q&A that we didn't know, you know, what are grinders? Not hoagies and grinders.
Right. No.
Teeth grinders and not wheat grinders.
Correct.
They're teeth.
Right.
They're your teeth holes.
Teeth. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So to summarize the entire book of Ecclesiastes.
Oh, we're going to jump right to summarizing the entire book here.
Summarize the whole book. Here,
okay. I mean, it seems pretty simple to me.
What do you think it is?
Well, I mean, it's basically live your life because you don't know, but also, you know, find God and do that quickly so that you don't, you know, screw that up.
Yeah, I mean, that pretty much says it. Man's fate, according to the author of Ecclesiastes, does not depend on either righteous or wicked conduct, because you don't know what's going to happen to you, and the good and the bad people are there's no telling whether they're going to, you know, get fortune or fame or not, you know.
Right.
So it's an inscrutable mystery that remains hidden. Only God knows. All attempts to penetrate this mystery and thereby gain the wisdom necessary to secure one's fate are, quote, vanity or futile or meaningless. Meaningless.
Sorry, I should have had that one on the tip of my tongue. You should have.
They only said it 100 times.
Yeah, no, I know.
So in the face of all of this uncertainty, the author's counsel is to enjoy the good things that God provides while one has them to enjoy.
And that was one of the things I liked early on, especially, is that it seemed very much in line with atheist thinking or free thought, you know, just general, like, not God thinking.
It's not hedonism. It's not like toss caution to the wind. It's just, since you don't know, just live your best life.
But I don't think that, so atheists aren't hedonistic just by being an atheist. That doesn't define who we are.
Right, but that's what Christians think.
Sure. But it's not, that's not what it is. It's just, you're just a person who doesn't have the trappings of religion holding you back. Mm-hmm. So you have your own moral sets. You have your own, you know, guidelines that you live by.
Or you're trying to develop them yourself if you are leaving those trappings.
Right. And that may mean you do live a little bit wilder than a Christian does. It may mean you don't. It doesn't really matter. That's your choice, though.
Right.
That's all.
Exactly. So that's Ecclesiastes.
It sure the fuck is.
And I thought we would jump right into the pop quiz here.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I hope so.
Okay. In the spirit of honesty and openness,
Yep.
I did already take this quiz, so I'm not going to help you with it.
Because we were trying to vet it to make it less stupid.
And burdensome. Yeah, because normally I'm like, this looks exactly perfect, and then it's not.
Right. And they ask some really fucking weird questions, and then I'm like, what the hell?
And then to find the answers, it's like sometimes the links don't work. And
right.
Yeah, I basically have failed up until now.
Sure.
So I actually took this one.
So now the quiz is all on me.
It's all on you, and I just wanted to be upfront about that. I'm not helping you.
Right.
I did fail it.
It's up to me to fail or pass for us.
I only got 6 right.
It requires me to have listened and paid attention throughout the last chapter.
Best of luck, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Because I was actually studying this.
Right.
And failed it.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
It's not that it's hard. It's just that it's like, I don't fucking know.
Is it multiple choice?
Of course it's multiple choice.
Great, good.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Right.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Number 1, who is traditionally attributed with writing Ecclesiastes?
Solomon.
Did you need the other choices?
I do not.
Okay. Number 2, to what genre of literature does Ecclesiastes belong?
These are their choices here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
History, epistle, prophecy, or wisdom?
Epistle.
No, epistles are letters, darling.
Oh. So wisdom then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, that was I thought it would be whatever.
There are some.
I was wrong.
There are some epistles, but those will come up in the New Testament.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I think Paul writes some letters to Rome or some shit like that. I'm not really overly familiar.
Okay.
But there are some epistles coming up, so it was a fair thing to put in there.
Okay.
Okay. This is a true or false.
Got it.
The term Koholeth, translated preacher, appears only in Ecclesiastes and not in any other canonical Jewish writings.
I'm gonna go with false.
I wouldn't have, but it's too late.
It's too late. Damn it. Okay, so that's true then. Got it.
Okay, complete this quote.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 3 words, and I can't help you with them. And there's no multiple choice on this one.
Okay, yep.
Complete this quote. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities. And then it's 3 words. I left it blank.
It's all meaningless?
Oh, okay. I'll try that one. I honestly, I don't recall.
You don't recall?
It's all
meaningless. Yeah.
Meaningless.
That's all I got. I don't know.
Sure.
I'm not sure.
I mean, like I said,
I mean, it was in there a lot, so I figured that might be worthwhile. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 5. What does the Hebrew word translated vanity in the King James version literally mean? And I can give you the choices, and then I can give you a hint that'll narrow it down further.
Give me the choices.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does vanity mean?
Okay.
Nothing, hollowness or emptiness, pride, or breath or vapor.
I'm going to go with pride.
Okay, I'm going to narrow it down for you.
So that was wrong.
Because it's not pride or nothing. So your choices now are hollowness or emptiness.
And
breath or vapor.
Hollowness or emptiness.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you got that wrong.
Okay. Damn, you narrowed it down and I still got it wrong?
Same.
Okay.
No worries. I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I literally chose this in the same order.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, number 6. Which of the following verses does not come from Ecclesiastes? Okay.
Okay.
So there's actually 3 of them. Okay.
Okay.
And then one says all of these can be found.
Okay.
So one is, but they're not in that order is why I'm like specifying.
Got it.
Okay. So there's that which is crooked cannot be made straight. Who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? And the crooked shall be made straight.
The second one, I believe, is in there.
No, what we're looking for is which of the following does not come from Ecclesiastes.
The third one.
The crooked shall be made straight?
Yes.
Okay. Think that is actually right.
Okay, I needed one to get right there because I'm really doing bad.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I did bad. I told you I failed it.
Yeah.
Okay, number 7. Complete this verse. To everything there is a season.
Turn.
And yes, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to mourn and a time to, and the words are dance, love, cry, and rejoice.
Love.
Okay, and I don't remember.
Right.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, number 8.
Okay.
Complete this verse.
All right.
He hath made everything beautiful in his blank.
Do I have to? Is there choices?
Multiple choices, of course.
Okay.
Creation, way, time, or world. He's made everything beautiful in his creation, way, time, or world.
Creation.
That's the one I picked, and I'm sorry to tell you it's wrong.
Not right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least we're on the same wavelength here.
Right.
Okay. Number 9. Which of the following should every man do according to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 13? Sin, fast, pray, or drink. And I can narrow it down. That is incorrect, and I picked that one. Okay?
Seriously?
Yes, but I've crossed off fast and pray, leaving sin and drink. What should every man do?
Drink.
Yes.
I mean, I can't imagine they would. Yeah.
Because remember, eat, drink, and be merry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you got one right, and I didn't get that one.
Okay. Well, I didn't exactly get it right, but okay.
Well,
I appreciate that.
After the hint, you did.
Yeah.
After the hint, you did.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give the hint. The quiz it allows it to narrow down.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm not helping you out here, hardly.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 10. True or false? This quote comes from Ecclesiastes.
Oh my gosh.
All are of the dust, and all turn to dust again.
True.
I believe that is correct. Number 11. To what does Ecclesiastes say there is no end? The love of a friend, the corruption of a man, the making of books, and the anger of God. Which one has no end?
The second one, the
corruption
of man.
That's the one I chose. And
but it's the making of books, isn't it?
Well, I can't help you with that.
Yeah.
But I narrowed it down, and the love of friend and anger of God got crossed off.
I'm going to go with the books.
Two left are the corruption of man and the making of books.
Books for 100.
That's the right one.
Okay.
Why did you know? Did
I
give it
remember,
away?
No. I remembered something from the book about books. So
see,
I
don't recall that at all, and you would think that I would.
Right.
Because that's a good one.
Yeah. Well, it was about spending too much time.
There's no end to books, and I'm like, goddamn right.
Right.
Okay, number 12. What is the whole duty of man, according to Ecclesiastes?
Okay.
Keep his commands or fear God. And it's either one of those, both of those, or neither of those.
Both of those.
I think that's wrong, but I think that's what I picked. But we'll find out here.
Sure.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Number 13. Ecclesiastes is written in second person, first person, third person, or first and third person.
First and third.
Oh my God. I cannot believe you got that right. That's amazing. Because, yes, that is correct.
All right.
I know that one.
Yeah.
I got that one right.
Yeah.
I can't believe you got that right.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Number 14. Ooh, this is a fill in the blank.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, you said there wasn't any of those in here. I asked you that before we started, and you're like, no, I wouldn't do that to you. But you did it twice to me now.
Okay, but they're mostly...
You lied.
They're mostly...
You set me up for failure here.
Okay, this is a good quiz, though. Come on. This is a good quiz. And there's only 2.
I want easier ones that I can pass. You know?
No, there's none of those.
Oh, okay.
These are as easy as it gets.
Got it.
This is for 6th graders, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I feel like a shit now.
You should.
Yeah.
I failed it too, so...
Okay.
No, we are indeed not as smart as a 6th grader. A 6th grader who...
studies the Bible.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, number 14. The author to whom Ecclesiastes is attributed, whoever that may be, which we know who it is,
yes,
is also thought to have written Proverbs and what other book?
This is the fill in the blank, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it one we've read yet?
No.
Song of Solomon.
Yes.
Okay. I thought I might take a stab at that one since it's coming up and has Solomon in the name, you know.
Yes. Okay, number 15. In the 12th chapter of Ecclesiastes, the preacher uses an extended metaphor to describe the decay associated with old age. According to Jewish tradition, what are the, quote, keepers of the house in this metaphor?
They're the legs and the arms.
That is correct. Did you want to hear the other choices?
No, you just told me it was correct. Why would I want to hear the other choices?
It's actually hands and arms.
Whatever, same difference.
Well, no, because the legs are separate answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So hands.
See,
okay.
so it's the teeth, the hands and arms, the eyes, or the legs.
Oh, okay.
And I think you would have known if I'd mentioned those choices that it's the hands and arms.
Right.
Aren't you glad that I did that little summary of chapter 12?
Yep. Definitely helped.
And now I am submitting your answers.
Okay.
And who is traditionally attributed with writing Ecclesiastes? Your answer was?
Solomon.
And that is correct. To what genre of literature does Ecclesiastes belong?
I got that one wrong.
Well, no, you got it right
because
I got it right? I told you epistles are letters, my dear. And then you said, wisdom. Then.
Yeah, but I got it wrong. They let me narrow it down, right? Okay,
yeah.
So, okay.
Okay, true or false? The term Koholeth appears only in Ecclesiastes and not in any other canonical Jewish writings. You got that wrong.
I got that wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know.
That was said up front early, not in this episode, but when we first started.
Got it.
I was like, whoa, this is cool. This is the only time this word is mentioned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You just didn't pay good attention to me.
Apparently not, yeah.
Okay, number 4. Complete this quote. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, vanity of vanities. And you said, it's all meaningless. The correct answer was, all is vanity.
Oh, damn it.
Which is really unfair because I think it depends on the translation. And I think in our translation it all is meaningless. But you still would have got it wrong because it's all.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Number 5. What does the Hebrew word translated vanity in the King James Bible literally mean? You chose hollowness and emptiness. I did the same thing, and it actually was breath or vapor.
Got it.
I never would have guessed that in 1,000 years.
Right.
Number 6. Which of the following verses does not come from Ecclesiastes? You picked the crooked shall be made straight, and that is correct, and you got that right, and I got that one wrong.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Number 7, complete this verse. To everything there is a season and a time, to every purpose under the heaven, a time to mourn, a time to, and you put love, but the answer was dance.
Damn it.
A time to mourn, a time to dance.
Okay.
It's like you don't even know the song.
Yeah, that was my bad.
I got it wrong too.
Okay.
Number 8, complete this verse. He hath made everything beautiful in his... You put creation, which is what I put. It's wrong. The answer is time.
Oh.
In his time.
Okay.
Which is what the whole fucking thing was about, God damn it.
Right.
Number 9. Which of the following should every man do according to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 13? The answer was drink, and you got it right.
Sort of.
Well, yeah. I did not get that one right.
Got it.
Just to be clear.
Right.
Number 10. True or false? This quote comes from Ecclesiastes. All are of the dust and all turn to dust again. The answer is true, and you got it right.
Yay.
Number 11. To what does Ecclesiastes say there is no end? And you chose the making of books, which is the correct answer.
Again, with a little help.
Number 12. What is the whole duty of man according to Ecclesiastes? You picked both of these, whatever they were.
Right.
I don't remember what they were, and it doesn't show here. But
got it.
You got it right.
Oh, nice.
Number 13. Ecclesiastes is written in first and third person. Fuck yeah, it is. I still can't believe you got that right. Number 14. The author to whom Ecclesiastes is attributed, which is Solomon, is also thought to have written Proverbs and what other books?
Song of Solomon.
True.
All right.
Number 15. In the 12th chapter of Ecclesiastes, the preacher uses an extended metaphor to describe the decay associated with old age. According to Jewish tradition, what are the keepers of the house in this metaphor? Hands and arms.
Yep.
You got it right.
All right.
So I only got a 6 out of 15.
Yeah.
You got a 10 out of 15.
Hell yeah.
So you did better. You're the winner.
All right.
And I love you. But tomorrow,
awesome.
You won't be the winner.
See, that's why I'm gonna be not Right, tomorrow.
Yes, because tomorrow you're always wrong.
That's right.
Because we will be doing our
right, whatever
contradictions episode tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
That's all we got for today, I believe.
That is correct.
So we will see you for the contradictions episode tomorrow, and then something maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
We don't know what we're doing Friday and Saturday, but we are doing a book club on Sunday.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Yep. Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.